Let me ask, what is the disconnect? You know, because sometimes I think like now Kama Sisi my fans really don't get or understand, you know, how you could have a booming song or you could have, you know, several songs that are on rotation or whatever, but yet you're struggling. I remember I was actually listening to an interview or a conversation that was going on where part of the creatives, you know, like, Papa Shirandula, you know, as popular as he was, matibabu hangepata. Like, so is it civic education? Are the young bucks that are coming up, what is the disconnect in terms of this information or people coming up being aware and knowing what they need to do? And why is it that it's not, because it seems like, for me, what I've seen is that it's like Nonini is sort of the only guy, probably Nonini is the only guy who's fighting, but you don't see, it's only today that we saw like Rafton, I saw Muzi, and I don't remember the name of the guy who was reading the statement.
Yeah, and there was quite a number of other
but there
artists.
were quite a number of other artists. But, you know, then, you know, maybe Omolo probably dropped a line in one of the tracks. But how come there's not that much of furor from many artists on your level and your caliber and your status making noise?
First thing first, I'd say ignorance. Most of them are ignorant about copyright, are ignorant about the law, or the ignorancy out of stupidity. Nile tu maybe hawajiski ili tafash. Me sina time ya kupigana hii mavita wasanii, you understand? Me, I'm here making my own money, wasanii wajitete. That's the attitude that is right there with especially my peers. Wengine weko kwa mfuko, wengine wanapigiwa simu na hawa watu, oya kujeni mchukue 100,000, 50,000, some bullshit money. Oh my goodness, did I say that? Excuse my French. Yeah, so wengine wao they're in bed with these people, so they'll rarely talk. But most of them, they're comfortable. They're comfortable with the peanuts they're making. So to them, kupiga kelele, nobody's built like you. So me waganasema, I just do my part, and I hope I can impact even the next generation. To the young kids, we can excuse them because the young kids might not necessarily know what the law is. And by us coming out and making all this noise and making all these press conferences and exposing all these documents, these kids are learning. These people are thriving because there's ignorance. They're thriving because people don't know their rights. So sinapigia kelele ndio watu wajue. But my peers, man, it's disappointing. But hey, what can we do? Somebody's got to do it.
Okay, now kulikuwa na, there was a video that I also saw of MCSK CEO with a known artist. Na actually ndamtaja too because this was a video that was public. Alikuwa na King Kaka, you know, like doing where King Kaka alikuwa namuuliza niaje tuambie kunaendaje huku, you know, like artists, you know, like are struggling here, they're working hard, but these checks are not coming. So at that point is where Ezekiel Mutua said that you know, like there are people out there who are making noise, but checks zitaanza kutoka za hata za 186,000, 187,000. So when he was talking about those checks, those 187,000, is this now for the big name artists or hapa ndo wasanii sawa wataanza kupokea? Ama what numbers scientifically from your own mental calculation, what do artists deserve to get from the collections that MCSK picks up?
Ali, it's not even about my mental calculation. Mimi sitoi hizi figures kwa kichwa yangu, Ali. As a matter of fact, all those artists who are standing there with him in those press conferences, they should have asked him, bro, umedistribute 10 million. 10 million umedistribute. You paid your staff 57 million. Are you kidding me? All these expenses to your staff is making much more than an artist. A lawyer, there's a lawyer who benefited, I think for the year 2023, lawyer alilipwa karibu 2.5 million, 3 million. When you nyeshe msanii mgani amelipwa 3 million, so wewe unaenda hapo unapatiwa 120,000 peanuts, and we could have probability yani ya kupatia even, like, let me tell you, those societies have a capacity of collecting up to 1 billion. the fact that they're collecting even that 109 million is because you're not supporting them, is because tunaleta noma hapa nje. And also stakeholders wala wanalipa wanajua sanii wapati chapa. So these artists are there receiving checks of 100,000 in a society that spent 57 million on administration. Come on, man. Come on, guys. What are we doing? What are we doing? Hata ufai kubalio chapa. Unafaa kwanza kuwaletea noma. How is a staff making money more than artists? And is they employed because of the artist? Man, that shit pisses me off, by the way.
Okay. Aya, sawa.
Yeah, this Nonini guy sounds like he's gonna make a song about Ezekiel. Nons, and you know something that, and maybe this may piss you off more, but I'm still gonna ask a question. MCSK has been in operation since I believe the 80s, or am I wrong?
Yeah, 1982.
And to date, like you have said, there is no artist who has gotten probably even $1 million shilling check to date. And even, going back to, the 80s and up to now.
Not that we know of.
There's none.
No. I've gotten a check of $1 million before.
Oh, okay. All right. I stand corrected. I stand corrected. But as far as we know,
it can be done.
As far as we know, there's a lot of unaccounted for monies from back then that artists were never paid, or money that was never paid out. Auditing has been sketchy. And what we are talking about here is really just collections for 2023. We're not going back to 2022 or 2021 or, or further back when, the audits were done and people came out and said, oh, this is not acceptable, blah, blah, blah. And then ikakufa tu hivyo. What is going on with those stories? Is there any legal action that's being done for those prior years as opposed to this 2023 now that you are specifically called out?
Yeah. Kama saizi we see there's a document I posted online about the budgets from 2016. From 2016, it's been a mess. But still, this thing goes back all the way to 1982. But that's why unajua kwa law kuna time frame fulani yani you cannot. Wezi anda kudai pesa kama SG 10 years ago. Understand? There's a cut-off point.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so tuna deal na accounts of 2016 all the way to 2023.
Wow. So there's probably a lot of money in there. Is the basic structure, and which is not.